Peace and love, beautiful souls. Welcome back. I'm Alea, and this is Alea's Angels. Okay, today I just got some need to knows for spirituality. All right, so I'm not gonna hold you too long. Let's get into this video. Okay. Moving on, negative energy. Any negative energy that you had before coming here is now gone. Okay, let's get into this video, guys. Alright, so first I'm going to start off saying how spirituality, I'm just going to say how spirituality isn't a religion, so to speak. It's not something you can really be wishy-washy about. It's one of those things that once this comes into your life, there's really no turning back, because your mind will be open to so many things, and when you open your third eye, you're going to be seeing a lot of the truth and seeing things for how they really are. So when you start out with spirituality, just know that none of this is a joke, and that this is very serious, and it should be taken seriously, okay? So when you're out here, that's why I say research is really important, because the first step is just opening your mind, okay? You have to open your mind, and then, we'll get into all the other nitty gritty details of spirituality, but you have to first understand that this is not a joke, and this is not just for pastime. This is not like a religion, because trust me, when I was Christian, I knew what it was like to be like, oh, sometimes I believe in God, but sometimes I don't, because I would want to do something, but that went against my religion. So I'd just be like, all right, let me put my religion to the side for a minute. I'm gonna do what I want to do. But in spirituality, you don't have to be like that, because nobody's judging you. Because religion is very judgmental, okay? Very judgy. Trust me, I know. I've been there. So what I'm saying is, this is not something where you can be spiritual at one point and then be like, oh no, I'm not going to be spiritual the next. No. You've started already. You're in this for the long haul now. So that's why I tell everyone, hey, if you're going to be in this, you're going to be in this. It's not like a religion. It's not like something you can put off. All right? This is something that is way more real than any religion, because it's the actual truth. So I just wanted to start off by saying that, because people will think of spirituality as another religion, but it's not. It's not. Okay? And it's not something that you can pick up and then be like, oh, I don't want to do this. No. Once you pick it up, you've picked it up. Simple. Because your paradigm is going to shift, okay? The way your mind expands is going to be different. You're going to start thinking different. You're going to be a free thinker now. Now you're going to question everything you see. You're going to be like, wait a minute. Hold on now. You're going to become more open to a lot of things that you once closed off to. Okay, so this is not something that you can pick up and then put down. No. As soon as you pick it up, it's yours. You're done. You get to keep it, because it's not something you can put back down. Simple. So first, I'm going to talk about the war on drugs. If you know what that is, you should, things like marijuana, psychedelics, or mushrooms, DMT, things like that. I'm here to tell you that the war on drugs is the war on consciousness, okay? All right, these drugs, the drugs that I just named will make you conscious, okay? You will actually become self-aware with these drugs if you use them properly. Marijuana is an alien-given drug to humans to awaken consciousness. But the government doesn't want you to have those drugs because as soon as you're awake, it causes a problem for them. See, that's why the war on drugs is a war on consciousness. Simple. Now, bardo, which is a state of existence between death and rebirth, okay, that the Tibetan Buddhists use. They use this word bardo. And DMT brings you the closest to bardo. Okay? A lot of people struggle getting to that in between death and rebirth, that period right there. But DMT brings you the closest to that, which would be a problem for the government if you saw what was in between that. So that's why, they make things like psychedelics, mushrooms, marijuana, DMT, they make them illegal, be like, oh, you can't have it because they don't want you to become consciously aware. Simple. The psychedelic renaissance is literally awakening to the multi-dimensional nature of our reality. Okay, so I'll say it one more time because I kind of stuttered. But the psychedelic renaissance, which is the awakening to the multi-dimensional nature of our reality. Okay, so I just wanted to say that a little slower. But meaning we're not this isn't the only dimension there is, obviously. But the psychedelics can help you actually go to other dimensions, and people have had psychedelic trips where they've been out of this dimension. So my question always is, most of these are just plants. Okay, so the question really is, why is the government keeping you from a plant? They used to do studies on marijuana to see if it had any dangerous side effects or anything like that. They couldn't find anything. So they canceled all the research. They said, oh, stop that. They said, you couldn't find anything bad about marijuana? Oh, cut it off. Cut off all the research. Cut it off. We're not going to talk about it anymore. It's just illegal. Couldn't really find a way to bash marijuana. Or psychedelics or DMT. They just made it illegal because they didn't want you to become conscious with it. Because it's there to help you. Okay? It was literally given to us by other aliens to help us ascend, to help us awaken our consciousness. So after talking about bardo, I'm going to go into escape samsara, which literally means rebirth on Earth. So a lot of people, if you know, the moon, they call the moon the soul catcher. A lot of people get trapped in that go towards the light thing where they be talking about, oh, when you die, go towards the light. Don't go towards the light. You weren't made in light. Everything started in darkness. So why would you go towards the light? And not everybody went towards the light. Some souls are, just a little bit with the quick side there and didn't go towards the light. Some souls didn't go towards the light because they were like, wait a minute, wait a minute, I'm gonna go that way. Some souls did do that. Some souls did say, I'm gonna go that way, I'm not going towards the light. But the moon is that light that people go towards. Let me just start by saying heaven and hell are only going to be on earth. Heaven and hell don't exist anywhere else. Okay? When they're like, oh, you go to heaven or you go to hell. No. This right here is your heaven or hell. Simple. This right here, this earth you're on right now is your heaven or it's your hell. Simple. Okay? Yeah, there's the spirit realm and, the spirit worlds or whatever, but that's not, that's just where all the other spirits be chilling. It's not heaven, it's not hell. So it's just be where spirits chill and, separate from us. But the moon throws back souls to earth. Okay, the moon will throw back your soul back to earth. But the ones that got away had a choice to come back here. And a lot of us had a choice to come back here. And a lot of us, and I'll even say that I was one of the souls who actually escaped the moonbeam. Okay, and there are some souls who went to other alien races, and that's how some of these alien races even knew what was going on Earth, is because some of the souls from Earth escaped being like thrown back to Earth, basically, being like forced to go back to Earth, basically. And that's how most of them figured out, like, oh, that's what's going on Earth. Like, they were basically tricked, by these other beings into thinking that, they were, that it wasn't that bad on Earth. And then until some of the souls got out and told what was going on Earth, because, when you come on Earth, you forget everything. But when you're out there, you won't forget everything. Just when you come on Earth, you'll forget everything. It's just an Earth thing. But in other planets, other alien species, they don't have that. They don't have that when you're born or hatched or however their birth system works. They don't forget all their memories. They remember their past lives. They remember everything. Okay, so yeah, that's how they even know what's going on for sure on Earth, and they're not coming down. That's why I told you in the other. That's why I'm going to talk about this a little later. But they are not coming down on Earth until after the Great Solar Flash, which I talked about already, which is going to be ending around 2023, 2024. So they will not be down here until then. None. That's what I'm telling you, because for Wednesday's video, I will go in more detail what I'm talking about, why none of them are coming down here until 2023 or 2024, whenever the Great Solar Flash is done. That's when they'll be coming down. All right, so I just wanted to go into that a little bit. So escaping rebirth basically means don't go towards the light, and healing yourself, learning forgiveness, healing yourself, becoming part of, the vibration of love and gratitude. Just escaping the reasons why you keep coming back to Earth, because there's sometimes it's because you still have lessons to learn, and sometimes it's mainly because you get hit by that moonbeam and you just get sent back. But most of the time it is because you still have things to learn. You're on a soul contract, so your soul is on a contract to learn lessons. You signed with the universe. Before you became a soul, before you came separate from the universe, you signed a contract saying you knew what it was when it was, is my favorite saying. But so basically just learning the lessons you need to learn, will really help you escape samsara. Okay, and then I was going to go into free will, because I feel like your government really doesn't understand free will. But like, anywho, free will, the law of non-interference. That's free will. Free will is the law of non-interference, meaning no one can tell you what to do or how to do it. Okay? Simple. But what does your government do? That exact thing. Anywho, so I'm going to quickly tell you, I'm going to get quickly into these last couple topics because I know I spent a lot of time on those. So, first, second, and third waves of volunteers, basically, or souls, coming down to Earth to help humanity. Okay, so I'll give you a couple of them. You have light workers / wanderers, which are they're in service to others. They're in service to themselves. In service to the Earth. They're raising their vibrations. They're help awakening others. They're raising the Earth's vibrations. That's what their main purpose is on this planet. And then you have star seeds, which are other, alien races sending down their people to help humanity. They're like, okay, you're gonna be born as a human in your next life, okay? So you're gonna, here's your goal, here's what you're there to do. You're there, to help humans. That's what you're there to do. You need to, make sure they awaken, and get through this. So they sent their people down as humans to come down and help. So they were being born, their next life, they were born as humans. And then we have Indigo Children, which are just the easiest way to explain Indigo Children from you is like they're really old souls. They're like the indigenous humans. They're indigenous to this planet, and but they're upgraded. Their aura is like on a whole nother level, basically. And really they're like every one of these beings are creative, intuitive, everyone in these categories are creative and intuitive and really about waking people up. But the Indigo Children will really come in and start shaking things up with the man, you know what I'm saying? And don't think children, small children. No, they're mostly teenagers and adults now. So the Indigo Children, they're mostly teenagers and adults now. So don't get fooled by the children thing. But I like to think of upgraded humans a little bit, because their aura is just a little bit different. The government was a little shook when the Indigo Children came in because they were like, ooh, wait, hold on, different auras. So they had to, figure that stuff out. So, but all these beings are, here to awaken others and here to raise vibrations. So really, it's there's a lot of these beings on the planet right now, but it's the fact that we have to awake everyone up to it. We have to awake people's consciousness, expand people's minds. That's why I'm always on here, trying to make things make sense, because I'm like, hey, I want you to think about it from this point of view so I can really make it make sense for you. So your consciousness will expand a little bit, and daily, and you'll just be like, oh wait, this is actually starting to make more sense than what I've been told before. Okay, so like I said, next I'll go into past life recall. So like I said, this isn't your only life. You don't die and then never come back. No, your soul always is coming back, or if it had to escape and then come back. Um, but your soul has the choice to keep coming back here. Like I said, you signed a soul contract with the universe saying that you would learn these lessons as humans, and you would keep coming back until those lessons were done. But this kind of took longer than expected because of karma. And then, these beings came to the planet. So it was like, with humans, it's taken a lot longer to do what you were here to do because you've had the matrix surrounding you, and you've had horrible influences that you kept getting distracted from your goals. Yeah, and then you live a whole entire 70 plus years and you come out and be like, dang, I barely got anything accomplished. All right, guess I'm going to the next life and I'm going to get this done. But it's the same exact thing. When you come onto Earth, you forget everything. Okay, your soul, you literally forget everything. It's just one of the things about coming on Earth. But it is possible to connect with your past lives, because you probably had a lot. You probably can talk to your soul about how many of you've had human lives anyway. If you're originally a human, or if you were an indigenous soul and you just, became a human because that's what the next being was on the planet. Then I'm going to divine downloads. Okay, so like I said, just some need to knows. Okay, so when you start really getting into this, how I know some of the information I know is because I got my divine downloads, because I'm clear cognizant. I can pronounce it. I got it. Okay, which is just like, I just know things, and that's how things come to me, is I'll just know them. Like, I'll be like, randomly have a thought, and I'll be like, how do I know that? But like, I trust myself, so I'm like, oh, okay. This must have been, this is a divine download. So I just know some information, because I was supposed to know this information. So there's other people have like clear audience, like they hear things, they hear the voices, so they get their divine downloads through their hearing, or they get their divine downloads like through clairvoyancy, so they see different images or different things that are giving them clues and hints to what's going on around them. Clairsentience, which is just recognizing a feeling basically. So they get a feeling about something and they're like, oh, it's all intuitive. Okay, so there's a bunch of different intuitive powers. Psychic abilities. Dreams are a big psychic ability. Dreams happen all in the fourth dimension. Okay, so the dream world is real. It's the fourth dimension. So yeah, pay attention to your dreams, because they could be telling you something. They could be telling you an important message that you might actually want to pay attention to. So it's really good to just write down your dreams. And I also have to think of like divine downloads as sometimes intruding thoughts, like not negative thoughts, not negative thoughts. Like you'll just have a rant. Like, this is with my clear cognizance, like just knowing things. I'll have like a random thought about something, and I'll be like, how did I know that? Like, oh, well, I must actually know that. So so I don't question my soul. She's like 100% right all the time. So so other things you could be getting downloads through are like songs, angel numbers, like basic, yeah, that's it. Like, there might be some, there's other ways, but like that's the main ways that I've been seeing. So that's what I'm going to share. Like, I have a little bit of all the clairs, but like my strongest one is my sense of knowing. And so I just gradually know things. But then I was going to go into the law of karma. So this is really big. The law of karma, I could tell you how I think of it. How I think about karma. Like, if karma was a person, I'd be like, but she, she's like, she could be your best friend or your worst nightmare. So, like, karma, like, to me, I'm like, karma can really be your best friend or your worst nightmare. Like, depending on what you put out into the universe. If you're putting out negative energy, if you're thinking ill thoughts, like I always say, ill intentions, basically. If you have ill intentions towards someone, if you're thinking about harming someone else, yada yada yada, all negative things, then karma's gonna be your worst nightmare, because all that you put out, you get back. So even your thoughts, guys, I really need you to be conscious about your thoughts, because even if you think a bad thought, that's still going to inflict karma on you. Like, especially if it's about someone else, okay? So I like to think about it is, any act of hate is an act of self-hate. Any act of love is an act of self-love, okay? So if you are hating on someone else, you literally just told the universe that that karma should come your way then. That you should get this bad karma then, because you don't respect yourself enough to respect others. Basically, that's what you just told the universe, that you don't respect yourself enough to respect others. That wishing harm upon others means you're okay with wishing harm upon yourself. That's why I like to think, like, the law of karma. Like, you get what you put out. So if your intentions are bad towards someone else, the universe already heard your thoughts, babes. The universe will quickly turn on your ass. Not like the universe still love you, but will quickly go, what are you doing? Like the universe is in all of us. The universe is all of us, and we're all just the universe having separate human experience, like not even separate, but like human experiences, and we're all each other, basically. When I look at you, I see myself, period. So for you to go to another human, to another soul who is also you and have ill intentions, the universe is like, okay, well then I have to do what you're doing. You like, why are you like, the ego sometimes will take over, but like, don't let the ego control you, because that's what gets you in trouble. But now we'll talk about the nice side of karma. Karma is your best friend if you are positive, if you are showing love, spreading love, spreading positivity. You got the best intentions towards everyone. You just want to love on everybody, bro. That's karma is gonna be your best friend. Karma is like, oh yay, like I get to give you whatever blessing you want. What do you want? I'll give it to you. Like, karma will become your best friend. But as soon as you switch up and start thinking bad thoughts, bad intentions, karma's gonna be like, so how we gonna do this? Like, and you don't even get a choice in what the karma is, what the bad karma is. You just get it, and it's going to be however bad you put out. So that's why I tell people, watch your thoughts, bro. Watch your thoughts. Watch the things you say, because whatever you put out into the universe is what you're going to get back. Okay? So karma is very real. All right. And I think that's the easiest way for me to simplify it, is that karma will either be your best friend if you're like, being positive, good intentions towards people, spreading love, all those good things, or karma will be your worst nightmare. Okay, so if you're putting out bad into the world, karma is going to be your worst nightmare. So it really depends on you, really. But that's all I have for today, guys. So I'll see you guys next time, and may peace and blessing be upon all your souls. Ashe.